So you get out. Death Row is kind of in decline, but first of all, you and Harry O had a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Harry was kind of like the first person to ever really give me books on the music industry. And him and BJ had their little thing going. But Harry was the first one to, cause I like to say I got my book education on music from Harry O. And my actual application of it from Suge Knight.
Yeah, and Harry O is the one who originally funded Death Row,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah, however they go.
However, it
They had
worked
something
out.
to do with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
But I love Harry O though, man. Harry O is a different kind of, but I love Suge too though. Like Harry O is a different kind of guy. Harry O it's crazy. Like they the same people, but they different. And because I was able to look on the outside and look at both of them and meet one at one time and the other one. Harry O was I'm gonna get it done no matter what. Let's go get this done and find a way to get it done, get it financed. Woo. That's Harry O. Harry O is the one, you can go in a board meeting, he gonna take over the room. I kind of patted myself more like Harry O, like, because he wants to understand where you coming from. Suge is more of the, I got it, I was in the right place at the right time, we're gonna do it this way and mini muck you and woo woo woo. Suge more on the guerrilla side, but he has it's a purpose to it. It's not like, unfortunately, I can't agree with people when they say Suge is a bad person, because a lot of these people are so naive. I mean, they so backstabbing and you can't really trust them. I think that's what made Suge become who he is.
Right, because he would collect on deals that people weren't paying up
One
on.
paying. I mean, and that don't make you a bad person, but he would take on a lot of issues for other people.
Yeah.
But Harry O was more of I think I'm more like Harry O because I'll find a way to make the deal happen. And if the deal don't happen, I know you got to come back to me later. You're going to eventually see me again. I'm not going to hunt you. I'm not going, you know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think about Suge's current situation?
I think he probably going to do about 3, 4 more calendars at the most.
3 more years?
At the most.
And then get out?
Yeah, he'd be home. He'd definitely be home.
I mean, he has a good shot based on the situation.
Yeah, he'd be home.
When you look at it, the only thing is that he's now on his 15th lawyer. And I believe he has a public defendant now.
It actually works for you. The public is all he really needs. You know what I mean? You only need to be, to be found guilty for murder and for first-degree murder, you need to have, he can't even be charged with first-degree murder. So that
manslaughter, basically.
Yeah, he could only be charged with manslaughter. He couldn't even with vehicle manslaughter. So that takes all of the death and life off of it.
Okay, so that's not a third strike.
No, it would. I mean, because for him to get the third strike, and they really moving that, they really trying to do away with that. But now they bringing other laws back. But I don't think he in place that they're gonna be able to wash him up. And him going through these different lawyers and all the different, investigators is kind of works in his favor.
There was a story on the Daily Beast that I guess the prosecutors in Suge's case essentially talked about a long history of Suge intimidating people, and they try to tie you into that.
Yeah.
You're aware of this?
Yeah, I seen it.
Okay. What is your take on that?
I mean, they reaching. You reaching. I do a whole lot of stuff, man. I mean, I do that, I do kids. What they can do is for sure, only one thing is for certain, is that the gang violence in Los Angeles, California is down to the lowest it's been since 1967, 66. And that's in part because Big U was home.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got to be one of the only dudes or one of the biggest forces of people who came from where we came from that has been propagating violence, stopping the violence amongst our people, and not tooting my horn.
Well, you actually work with the mayor's office.
Yeah, I have a contract with the mayor's
You have a grant
right
from the mayor's office and a staff of people that go out and try to essentially deal with situations that are starting to escalate.
Right. Yeah, we do that. We've been successful. I mean, like I said, What we do is not new. It's a grant that was written by Dianne Feinstein maybe 20-something years ago, over $1 billion that comes into the city that deals with gang intervention. What they did was they wanted to go get certain OGs or certain people who had influence in certain neighborhoods to get them to become a part of the program, to go out and reach out to young people and to try to stop the rumors or the assumption of who may have done something where gang violence is coming from. So with that, we're able to, I hired dudes from all the different gangs that surround the Rolling 60s, and we stop a lot of the conflicts.
Right, including the Mexican gangs also.
Including the Mexican gangs, yeah. We had to have employees from every set. And so why it had an immediate effect is because once you start hiring the VNGs, the Rolling 60s and the 40s and all the different gangs is right in the immediate area. In 77s, it was a hot zone. When we started being able to hire them and you got people concentrating on conflicts, it took the violence down. And it continues to take the violence down. It's actually a platform that really should be implemented across the country if people want to see their city safe. Like, let me say this one thing. Crenshaw district is so safe now that they moving the white people back in. You know what I mean? They selling it on that. Because really, I see more gang violence in the way it is now in the cities that started adopting gangs.
Right, because we put up an interview, Arian Foster did an interview with Snoop.
Arian Foster.
He's a football player, ex-football player, and he does a podcast now. And he did an interview with Snoop, and he was talking about,
as an OG of the game, you have to step back and be like, holy shit, yo, there's Crips in New York. There's Crips in Boston.
Everywhere.
There's Crips in Florida.
Everywhere.
That shit is insane. Y'all started
in
that
Vietnam,
shit.
nigga.
There's Crips in Vietnam?
Yes,
I didn't know
nigga.
that shit.
A whole set. They started in my city in Long Beach.
That's insane.
The whole country cripping.
It's crazy.
you know, being originally from that area, when you saw all this start to spread, you started seeing Bloods in Louisiana and you know, Bloods in New York.
Bloods everywhere.
You know, Crips, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Crips in Little Rock.
Right.
And that whole kind of phenomenon. Like, what is your take on that?
I see it's a culture. It's what people is adopting. I don't have a problem with it, to be honest with you, but I do have a problem with us not, or people not morphing into something better. Somebody asked me, do I feel like the neighborhoods would be worse or be better off if gangs weren't in them? I say this: if the gangs mature into men, and it's not about the violence, the drugs, and the buffoonery, then you have an organization that can help your community. It's really about the people making the decisions in the community. If your mentality is not about helping your community and cleaning your community and being a sign and beacon light in your community, then of course you should be removed. But it's about, like me for instance, right? I don't have no tattoos. I'm not a gang member, I'm a community member.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm for the people in our community. I would like to see the program that I have implemented in every community because it's been successful. What we do with the kids, what we do with the homies that's coming home from prison, offering them jobs, helping them do stuff, is you know, you could say what we used to be, but you can say now as men we make decisions that are productive to our community. So
yeah, absolutely.